An old woman was walking in a park. On one side, a man was sitting. He called her and said, "Madam, I have a special medicine. If you drink it, you will become young again." The old woman laughed and said, "Don't joke with me." The man showed her a small bottle and said, "This is real. Try it, and you will see." The old woman sat beside him. She opened the bottle and drank all the medicine. In just a few seconds, she became young and beautiful again. The man was shocked and happy to see her change. The woman looked at herself and said, "Wow, what a magic medicine you have." The man said, "Now you can see how great my medicine is. Please give me money for it." The young woman smiled and said, "Earlier I was old and had no money. Now I'll go arrange the money and bring it to you." The man said, "Okay, no problem." She walked away. After a while, she saw a young boy sitting on a bench. She smiled at him and waved. The boy saw her and smiled too. They shook hands and started talking. Both were happy and liked each other. The girl said, "You are very nice. I like you." The boy said, "You are very beautiful." After some time, the boy stood up and held her hands. He proposed to her right there and said, "I love you." The girl also said, "I love you," and kissed him on the cheek. Then they both left happily. A few days later, they met again in the same park. They talked for a long time. Then the boy said, "I'm getting late. I'll go now." The girl said, "Okay, see you soon." When the boy left and the girl turned around, she suddenly became old again. She said to herself, "Thank God I didn't turn old in front of him." She quickly ran home. The next day, she brought money to the park to find the man who gave her the magic medicine. When she found him, she said, "Please give me that same medicine again. I became old again, and I have a love story going on. Please help me." The man said, "I'm sorry. That medicine is finished. I don't have it anymore." The old woman became very sad and left crying. The next day, the same boy came to the park and sat on the same bench where they used to meet. The old woman was also sitting there. The boy saw her and asked, "Have you seen a young and beautiful girl here before?" The old woman got nervous and said, "Yes, I've seen her." The boy asked, "Where did she go?" The old woman said slowly, "That girl was me." The boy looked confused, then laughed and said, "You're joking." The old woman said, "No, it's true. I was old before, but a man gave me a medicine that made me young. You met me when I was young, but after some days the effect ended and I became old again. I came here to tell you the truth." The boy said, "That's impossible. I don't believe it." The old woman said, "Please believe me. I'm sorry I hid it from you." The boy said sadly, "I truly loved her with all my heart." He started crying and walked away with tears in his eyes.